Hello, 1 and 2. How are you all doing? Well, I've escaped into George and Louie's little playhouse outside in the garden for a bit of peace and quiet so I can read you your story. Thank you everybody who's voted. The winner is Rabbit and Bear, which I'm thrilled about because I think as a class this is one of our favourites. Year 1, if you haven't heard it before, you're in for a treat. As the robber left the cave, he stood on Bear's nose. Bear woke up. "My honey, my salmon, and my delicious beetle's eggs," said Bear. "Gone!" But outside in the snowstorm there was no sign of the robber or the food. "Snowstorm?" thought Bear. "Snowstorm? This isn't spring! I've woken up early! Oh well, I've always wanted to make a snowman." The storm ended. Bear rolled a snowball all the way down her hill and up to the top of the next. She sat down panting. "Oh, it's the end of the world," said a gloomy voice. Bear looked all around. "No, it isn't," said Bear cautiously. "It's a lovely sunny day." "Nonsense," said the voice from below. "The sun's gone out." "Ah," thought Bear, and she rolled her snowball sideways and uncovered a rabbit hole. Rabbit popped out. He looked at Bear. He looked at the giant snowball. "Only an idiot," said Rabbit thoughtfully, "rolls a snowball up a hill." "Why?" says Bear. "Gravity." "What's gravity?" said Bear. "Gravity," said Rabbit rather importantly, "is the mysterious force which attracts everything to everything else." "Ah," said Bear, nodding. "Like friendship?" "No," said Rabbit. "Love?" said Bear. No, said Rabbit. "Oh, hunger?" said Bear, who was feeling mysteriously attracted to the idea of breakfast. No, said Rabbit, and shoved Bear's giant snowball as hard as he could. It rolled down the hill, faster and faster, getting bigger as it went, and skidded across the frozen lake till the ice cracked. Bear's snowball disappeared with a plop. Bear's mouth opened in shock. "See?" said Rabbit triumphantly. "Gravity wants you to push snow down a hill and will help you, but gravity does not want you to push snow up a hill and will try to stop you. And only a fool," said Rabbit severely, "picks a fight with gravity." Bear finally closed her mouth, sighed, and began to roll another snowball. "You know an awful lot about gravity," she said. "I am an expert," said Rabbit. "Gravity nearly killed my grandfather. Now, if you could do me a favour—" "Oh, I'd be delighted," said Bear. Rabbit nodded. "Go away," he said, "and take your avalanche with you." "What," said Bear cautiously, "is an avalanche?" "An avalanche," said Bear, pointing at the snowball Bear was rolling, "is a huge load of snow that rolls down a mountain faster than a train. My grandfather was buried in an avalanche. He had to eat his own leg to survive while he was waiting for them to dig him out." "Really?" said Bear, impressed. "He must have been buried for a very long time." "Well, no," said Rabbit. "About 10 minutes, but he was very hungry. We get very, very hungry in our family." Bear's stomach rumbled. "Oh, yes," said Rabbit. "I'd forgotten. You haven't any food." "How do you know?" said Bear. But Rabbit was gone. He soon reappeared. "No hard feelings," he said. "Here," and he handed Bear the oldest, saddest, floppiest, blackest carrot Bear had ever seen. You can eat it, or use it as a nose for your snowman. Bear sniffled the black floppy carrot. Nose, I think, said Bear. Would you like to help me build my snowman? Rabbit thought for a second. No, he said. Bear sighed, turned and rolled her snowball back down Rabbit's hill. By the time she'd got back to her own hill, it was bigger than the first one. Perfect, thought Bear, panting. She started to make ahead. Pretty soon she was singing. Rabbit could hear Bear's song from his burrow. Said Rabbit. Making a snowman does seem to be... Rabbit had trouble saying the next word because he'd never used it before. Fun. Ha! I shall make an even better snowman. But first, for energy, Rabbit ate lots and lots and lots of the honey and frozen salmon and delicious beetle eggs that he'd stolen off Bear during the snowstorm. Then he did a little poo and ate it. This rather embarrassing habit was the reason Rabbit never invited people over for tea. I forgot to say thanks for the carrot, said Bear's voice right behind Rabbit. Ah! Rabbit jumped his own height in fright and scrambled out of the burrow. Oh, Bear, you're welcome. I say, Rabbit, did you just eat your own poo? Said Bear, wondering if she'd seen right. Ah, said Rabbit, yes, a little bit. A little bit of your own poo? Asked Bear, wondering if she'd heard right. Shh, said Rabbit, glancing around. Look, all rabbits do it. It's perfectly normal. For a rabbit, maybe, said Bear. Well, said Rabbit, drawing himself up to his full height, which gave him a good view of Bear's tummy. I'm sure bears do some things in the woods that they wouldn't like to talk about. But why do rabbits eat their poo? Said Bear. Well, what do you eat? Said Rabbit. To get energy and to make new bits of bear. Exactly, said Rabbit. It's easy to make a bear out of honey, salmon and delicious beetles' eggs. They're full of energy. It's easy to make a wolf out of meat, full of energy. But it's really, really difficult to make a rabbit out of plants. Why? Said Bear. Because when you've eaten the plants and digested them into your tummy for hours and pooed them, the job is only half done. No energy, said Bear. None, said Rabbit. The energy is still trapped in the poo. It's sort of soft and black like licorice. Yes, said Bear hastily. So you have to eat your own poo, said Rabbit, and digest it all over again to get the energy out. Really, said Bear. For some reason, she wasn't hungry anymore. Yes, said Rabbit, and then you have a poo, a totally different kind of poo. Sort of a dry brown poo with just the grassy twiggy bits in. Bear felt a little bit weak. So, do rabbits eat the other kind of poo as well? She said. What? Said Rabbit. He couldn't quite believe his enormous ears. The dry brown ones with the grassy twiggy bits in, Bear added helpfully. Eat the other kind of poo, said Rabbit. Eat the other kind of poo? That's disgusting! Oh, good, said Bear. Just checking. We'll stop it there. We'll read some more tomorrow. See you then. Bye!